Hello everybody, my name is Dratnos, and in today's video we're going to talk about some farms that you can do if you want to farm gear for your World of Warcraft character. Get some 398, actually there's one piece of 398 gear that you can farm right now, but you're not going to like how you do it. So, this is from either Wrathion or Sibelian. You can, either of these quartermasters, they both offer the exact same these two, well, they offer some different cosmetic stuff, but they both offer the Obsidian Collar if you can get to Friend rank, which is 5 out of 6 with their respective dragons. That is a 389 necklace. That sounds pretty good already. But they also offer a 398 cloak if you can get to True Friend, which is rank 6 out of 6. That requires quite a lot of reputation, but you earn quite a bit from doing weeklies and daily quests that you can get, or I guess mostly it's all weekly quests that you can get in the Obsidian Throne area, and that can help you get a lot of rep every week that you choose one of these two. But there are some repeatable sources of rep for these two dragons, and if you wanted to farm those, you could, and there are people that have, get to rank 6 now. So the way to do this, there's two different main ways. One is with Obsidian Keys. Obsidian Keys are created by combining fragments and framings that both drop from the mobs in this area. Framings and fragments. They drop from these elites in the Obsidian Citadel area, and you can get in a group just by going to the group farmer, search for Obsidian, and you can either join a 5-person group, or you can do a 2x2, which is 2 groups of 4, or sorry, a 2x4, which is 2 groups of 4, and that is the most people you can have before mobs start getting gray when they get tagged. And so that's the most efficient way to do this, is hopping in one such group and then farming up a bunch of keys. The keys can be turned in to either Wrathion or Sibelian. You ideally want your whole group to be on the same of these, we'll talk about why later, for 150 reputation with that dragon. But if you wait, you can actually collect all of the keys now, and then I guess probably by the time you're watching this, it will be during Darkmoon Faire week, and you can get your Darkmoon Faire reputation buff, turn them in all at the same time. You're looking at a turn-in of somewhere on the order to 200, 250 keys needed to go from rank 1 or rank 2 all the way up to rank 6 with either of these dragons, which is a lot of elite killing in this area. We're talking about many hours of farming these elites. There is a little bit of a boost, which is every time 20 keys get turned into either dragon, they will give you an event. And the event gives you some extra rep as well. So saving up your keys, turning them all in with Darkmoon Faire buff, all at the same time, all to the same dragon with a bunch of people, doing a bunch of copies of the event, that can be a big source of speeding up this rep. But either way, we're still looking at many hours of grinding here, a lot of Obsidian keys. Again, we're something on the order of 2 to 250 keys will be the amount that I would expect to need to get the cloak, and you could cut off, 50 of those keys if you only want the necklace. There is another way to do this, which is to purchase these Signets. I don't know what the equivalent one is for Sibelian, but Sarga's Signet is the one you can get for Wrathion. I don't know what the Sibelian equivalent is, but Sarga's Signets right now going for 3k on my realm. Your realm might be different. The creation of this video and the more people learning about this as well might hugely change this. But if you purchase something like 1,000 of these, you can turn them all in, and that will get you, they give you 50 rep each, and that can get you all the way up to True Friend. So 1,000 of these would only cost me a cool 3.4 million gold. So if you want to do that, you can buy yourself effectively a 398 cloak for, 3.5 mil. That sounds like a good deal to you. It's available on the auction house. If you're doing this farm, you'll get a lot of these signets to drop, and you can either use them to speed up your grind, or you can turn around and sell them on the auction house, where again, they might be worth several thousand gold each, depending on what server you're on, and depending on whether people are buying this. I assume that price is going to fluctuate somewhat wildly over the next couple of days, because anybody that is buying all of them out is going to hugely spike the price each time they do that. So, that is the Wrathion Sibelian rep grind. If you're turning in the keys, you'll also get some Valdrakken Accord rep along the way. Valdrakken Accord rep does offer you 376 belts at Valdrakken 16 and 389 helmets at Valdrakken 22, which are achievable in the next 2 weeks for sure, especially if you're doing this method and you're getting a bunch of extra rep from that source. So that is the Wrathion and Sibelian rep grind. If you are interested, you can do that and get yourself some extra gear. I will not be doing that because, first of all, I don't actually know which character I'm maining yet. Not enough to make that kind of commitment. If I was really sure, I would be possibly interested in doing something like that. But if I really need it later, I'll just bite the bullet and spend the 3 mil. Or if it goes much more expensive than that, then I'll grind it later. I probably not going to do it now. Maybe I'll leech off of people as they do all their turn-ins, and I can get some of the bonus rep that way to make it a little faster. Okay, the other grind we're going to talk about is the Disturbed Dirt grind, which Disturbed Dirt, literally all over the place. Disturbed Dirt is extremely common, and it is a source of, I guess, is it in here or is this down below? Where is the dirt? Okay, down here. Yeah. Disturbed Dirt gets seen on your map once you get to Dragonscale Expedition Rep 5. You can see the dirt, and you need to have a shovel in your inventory. Shovels have 5 charges each, and they are sold by the Dragonscale Expedition for 15 Dragon Isle supplies. So you can stock your bags full of... If you wanted to go hard on this grind, you would clear out your bags and stock all the way up with Expedition shovels and be able to do hundreds of these dirt piles. They show up all over the Dragon Isles. They just show up on your mini map like any regular treasure. And you just run around, you loot those things. That one contained 3 Dragon Isles artifacts. They often do. Each Dragon Isles artifact can be turned in for rep to the Dragonscale base camp. So this can be a good way to get Dragonscale Expedition rep, which can allow you to get access to 389 legs at Dragonscale 18. That is something that you might be interested in. They also drop, fairly frequently, they'll drop Primal Chaos. So you can get yourself a bunch of Primal Chaos, which you will need a bunch of Primal Chaos to do your craft later, although you can get it from almost everything that you will be doing naturally. You'll get Primal Chaos from all sorts of sources. You get it from dungeons, raid bosses, some world quests. Some world quests that don't even show it will drop it, but a lot of these dirt piles will also have some Primal Chaos in them, so you can get a little bit of extra that way. They also can rarely drop Dragon Shards of Knowledge, which can be turned in. So they'll drop these if you've unlocked Dragon Shards of Knowledge, which you do with a short quest line once you reach 50 in a crafting profession. And these can be turned in to get you more knowledge about your profession, which, pretty cool. A little bit of extra knowledge from the dirt grind. So if you're really looking for those resources, this could be another grind that you might be interested in doing. Might be a little bit more enjoyable or less enjoyable than the Wrathion grind. Either way, both of these grinds are long grinds for pretty small rewards. Again, 389. These will be replaced. 389 is equivalent to plus 15 end of dungeon loot. Is that right? Hang on. Let me pull up the eye level chart. 389 gear that you get from these is going to be equivalent to plus 9 end of dungeon loot. 398, which is the Wrathion cloak, is plus 15 end of dungeon loot. And all of this is worse than heroic raid gear, which starts out at 402 and gets better from the later bosses. So this gear is not super permanent, but unlike the 370, 380 gear, it's somewhat likely to actually survive through the first week of the or at least through several days of the first week of the actual season. Might be the best thing you could be doing with your time if you care about one character's power and you don't care about stuff like exploring all the zones, doing the dragon riding races, getting your professions up, leveling alts, doing whatever side content looks fun and enjoyable to you, any of those sorts of things. This is something you could do instead. If you're like, no, I want that one item so I can be better for 2 days, starting on the season start. And that's a perfectly valid way to play as well. So whichever choice you want to make, just want to inform you and equip you with the power to make whatever decision you want. It's worth noting, Blizzard has been changing a lot of different grinds over the past couple of days, or not grinds, but like they've changed rewards from different things, like the Trial of Elements and Trial of the Flood have had their item level rewards nerfed since I made a video, since the time I first talked about them. But they're still good rewards. They're just slightly less good. They seem to have gotten nerfed from like 385 max to 378 max or something. But it is worth noting that potentially the dirt will get nerfed. Potentially the Wrathion rep will get nerfed. It seems unlikely, especially on the Wrathion rep. The dirt, though, certainly they might nerf the spawn rate, because a lot of the reason that dirt is good is that if you fly around, you'll see a lot of dirt. Also, that means that if more people are doing it, maybe there will be less of it around, and maybe it'll be much less good. I'm already noticing there's a lot less dirt than than a couple days ago when I would just see it all over the place when I was flying around with a shovel in my bag. Wasn't even, clicking on it or anything. So yeah, it is worth noting these strategies might already be obsolete by the time you're watching this, but wanted to make this video because I want to keep you informed on what's going on. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.